I'm with ISNA and I will be the moderator for this opening session. I want to thank the Noor Center for hosting us and the wonderful community in Columbus. It is our honor to be here. We're so happy that many of you came out early in the morning. We know that you'd still be in bed otherwise, right? Catching up on your sleep. But we're so happy to have you here. Our speakers, we have some guests from some other faiths here as well, so we're so happy to have you all here. As is customary, we're going to be starting our event with a recitation from the Holy Quran, and our reciter for today is going to be Brother Taha Sattar. Brother Taha. He was just here. There he is, Brother Taha. Come on up. And then directly after him with the translation is going to be Brother Isa Billoo.
Assalamu alaikum. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عسى الله أن يجعل بينكم وبين الذين عاديتم منهم مودة والله قدير والله غفور رحيم. لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم يقاتلوكم في الدين ولم يخرجوكم من دياركم أن تبروهم وتقسطوا إليهم إن الله يحب المقسطين. إنما ينهاكم الله عن الذين قاتلوكم في الدين وأخرجوكم من دياركم وظاهروا على إخراجكم أن تولوهم ومن يتولهم فأولئك هم الظالمون. صدق الله العظيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. It may well be that Allah will implant love between you and those with whom you have been enemies. Allah is most powerful and Allah is most forgiving, most compassionate. Allah does not forbid you that you be kind and just to those who did not fight against you on account of religion, nor drove you out of your homes. Surely Allah loves those who act justly. Allah only forbids you to be friends with those who have fought against you on account of religion, and those who have driven you out of your homes, and have aided in your expulsion. And any who make friends with them, they are the wrongdoers.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. So now we're going to have our first speaker for our opening session, Brother Imran Malik. He's the chair of the conference. He has been instrumental in helping us organize this event. He's a dedicated volunteer and supporter of ISNA, and I know that he's also a pillar in the Columbus community, and we're so thankful to have somebody like him assisting us, and Columbus is very lucky indeed to have somebody like this in the community. So without any further ado, Brother Imran Malik. Clap for him. It's okay.
Jazakallah khair, Brother Hazem, for the kind introduction. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And peace be with you all. Those who don't understand Arabic, Islam is just like shalom. It means peace and greetings of peace to everyone. On behalf of the Noor Islamic Culture Center, its leadership, our board of directors, our volunteers, our staff members, it is my utmost pleasure to be standing here today early in the morning and thanking and greeting you all here today. This conference has been in the works since the beginning of this year, and I am very glad that we had very strong interest from ISNA to host this regional conference in Columbus. There are a lot of reasons why we actually wanted this to happen for years, and alhamdulillah, we are finally blessed to celebrate that occasion here today. First thing first, it's very important that we all understand the theme of the conference here today is justice. And it's very coincidental that, in lieu of what's happening nationwide right now, post the aftermath of the election, we all have to understand what our social rights, our civil liberties are. And inshallah, most of the speakers who are on the panel and listed here for us, also for the banquet session, they will be talking specifically to justice of the Muslim community and how we can be just to our environment and the community at large as well. So inshallah, it will be a very beneficial topic, a very beneficial day of understanding, learning from each other, especially from the scholars who have been working on this specific task and this specific topic for years. Especially Dr. Jamal Badawi, who has actually dedicated his entire life to spread the word of justice for Islamic community, both here in the United States and also in Canada. And also we have Brother Hazar Khan, who will be talking about his experience for last couple of years that he has been engaged with the political rhetoric that is going on. In addition, we also have Brother Mehdi Hasan coming from London, and we are glad that he's traveling transatlantic, making the journey and being here with us. It would be an utmost honor to be in his presence. We all have heard him many times on international television and in a lot of international debates, particularly on the interfaith related matters. So inshallah, it will be a pleasure to have him here, both for our main sessions as well as for the minor sessions. We also have guests who are traveling here from Canada, Brother Fiyaz and Sister Sarah, who are leaders of MINA, and they will also be participating with our youth, inshallah, in different sessions. But again, I cannot thank each and every one of the volunteers who have made this a reality of this event coming to be dream coming true today. There are a lot of names that you can see that are listed on the steering committee, but there are still a lot of names, unfortunately, which we were not able to write on the short piece of paper. They all know who they are, and they all know what they have done for making this dream come true for Noor Islamic Culture Center and our community. Once again, I would also like to remind you all that this is not the end, it's the beginning of a new journey. Our leadership is already in communication with ISNA, and inshallah, our hopes are that we will develop this relationship to the next level. Our hopes are that Noor will also become an affiliate member of ISNA, and our youth will have an opportunity to get engaged at the national level as well. Because at the end of the day, that is the vision of Noor Islamic Center, that we have to contribute not only at local, regional, but also at national level. And why do we have to reinvent the wheel when we have people like Brother Hazem, Bata, people like Brother Azhar, Azeez, people like Brother Ahmed al-Khattab, and the staff of ISNA who are already leading those pathways. May Allah bless their hearts and may Allah bless their souls and their families for all the initiatives they have undertaken to let Muslims be relevant in North America. I'll keep it short. That's pretty much all the message I wanted to actually send out today. We are a full house today, inshallah. I hope this will be an opportunity for many of the registrants who have never been to Noor before, that they will continue to keep us in their partnerships, in their alliances, in their coalitions, both locally and regionally as well. I'm glad that we have members from JVP who are also here, and thank you for presenting JVP. And the reason I have to make that announcement is JVP had been very instrumental in working with City of Columbus on behalf of the Muslim community of Central Ohio for making Columbus the first city in the United States that has adopted a resolution against Islamophobia. So thank you JVP, and thank you for all those who have collaborated in this effort, especially Care Ohio, which had been instrumental in this journey as well. Again, there's a lot of work we all understand that we have to do. Today is again the beginning of the journey, and a commitment that I hope we all are taking, that our confessions and our convictions can be turned into our actions going forward. And that is the life of a Muslim. That is how Muslims are supposed to live their life according to the seerah of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And that is what our Islam preaches, that civic engagement is part of our faith as well. So go Noor Islamic Culture Center and go ISNA. Jazakallah khair.
By the way, JVP is Jewish Voices for Peace, just for those of you who aren't aware. The one person that I know who travels more than I do is the president of ISNA, Brother Azhar, Azeez, the president and chairman of the organization. His full-time position is Director of Fundraising at Islamic Relief USA, which is the largest Muslim relief organization in the United States. It's a $130 million a year organization. So without any further ado, President Brother Azhar Azeez.
الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا كثيرا طيبا مباركا فيه والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين إمام المتقين قائد الغر المحجلين نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وأصحابه الطيبين الطاهرين. My brothers and sisters, my dear children, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. May Allah's peace, blessings and mercy be upon you all. Immensely grateful to this wonderful community of Columbus, Ohio for hosting us over here at this beautiful Islamic Center. I have very little time. Sheikh Fakhruddin Razi rahimahullah, the great scholar, used to say, everything on this earth can be divided into two except time. Time is either in the past or in the future. So you really cannot divide time, especially when you have very limited time to give your message. So all I want to say is, take time to make time for the one who made time. Having said that, I just want to share with you the mission of this beautiful organization, ISNA, that has been serving the American Muslim community since 1963, first through MSA and then later on through Islamic Society of North America. And the mission of this beautiful organization is that it is an association of Muslim organizations and individuals that provides a common platform for presenting Islam, supporting Muslim communities, developing educational, social and outreach programs, and fostering good relations with other religious communities and civic and service organizations. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding us in the Holy Quran where He says, ثُمَّ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ خَلَائِفَ فِي الْأَرْضِ مِنْ بَعْدِهِمْ لِنَنْظُرَ كَيْفَ تَعْمَلُونَ. Then we appointed you viceroys in the earth after them that we might see how you would work. And with this great honor comes an immense amount of responsibility. And this is what Islamic Society of North America has acknowledged and has strived and did their best to serve the Muslim community, keeping this message in mind. If you look at our youth program through Muslim Youth of North America, every year thousands of children are benefiting through this important work. Our student wing, led by MSA, has more than 2,000 chapters across the country. We have professional groups such as Islamic Medical Association of North America and others. Whenever there are natural tragedies, whenever there is a need for any humanitarian work, this is the organization that is always there in the forefront. We have North American Islamic Trust that holds the properties of more than 300 Islamic organizations around the country. We have a flagship magazine called Islamic Horizons. I encourage all of you to take a copy with you today from the front desk. This magazine talks about what Muslims are doing in North America. We have an office in Washington, D.C., doing the important outreach and interfaith work. Our office is strategically located between the Supreme Court and the Senate building. This is from that same building where Dr. Martin Luther King launched his agitation. It's a historical building. And from there, our office engages with people of other faiths, with the government, and with other governmental agencies. My brothers and sisters, we are living in very important times. I'm reminded that many times we are reminded that these are some of the most difficult and challenging times. But as we are reminded in the Holy Quran where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا إِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. Verily along every hardship there is a relief. Verily along with every hardship there is a relief. So one hardship cannot overcome true relief. So I really hope and I really pray that we will not get discouraged with the rhetoric that we are hearing. And on a lighter note, I just want to share this analogy and I'll conclude. There was a man who went and bought a donkey with his son. So after they purchased the donkey, he made his son sit on the donkey and he was walking with it. So after a short distance, few people saw this and they said, shame on you. You are making your old father walk and you are sitting and enjoying the donkey. It should be the other way around. So the father said, son, why don't you get down and let me ride the donkey. So after a short distance, a few other people saw it and they said, look at this old man. He's making his young child suffer. He's enjoying the donkey and making the young child walk with it. So at that point, the father says, son, why don't you come and join me and we will both ride. So after a short distance, some other people saw this and they said, look at these individuals. They are abusing the animal. They, both father and son, could have easily taken turns, but they both are riding on the donkey. So at that point, the father said, son, the only option that is left for us now is that you lift the donkey from the front, and I lift the donkey from the back, and we'll carry the donkey. Even when they did that, some people criticized saying that these guys don't know how to use a mode of transportation. The point I'm trying to say is that many times you are doomed if you do, and you are doomed if you don't. So we have to basically put these criticism on the side and do whatever is the right thing to do. And I believe this is the time where we have to reaffirm and recommit ourselves to do greater good, not only for our own community, for our own mosques, or for our own tribe, but we have to do greater good so that America recognizes what are the contributions of American Muslims. Yes, these are challenging times, and I'm very optimistic. Unlike in the past, where other communities overcame those challenges, American Muslims will also overcome these challenges. The best example that we have in recent times is the example of the Catholic community. And I say this with utmost sincerity. Just 50 years back, they were exactly in the same position where their faith was questioned, where their loyalty was questioned. People used to ask whether Catholics can ever be loyal to a nation or to whether they will be more loyal to the Pope. But in 50 years, the Catholic community was able to change this mindset. They invested in 5 areas: in religion, in family, in education, in economy, and in civic engagement. As a result, today in America, the highest number of colleges and universities are run by Catholics. The highest number of elected officials in America are Catholics. Out of the 8 Supreme Court judges that we have, 5 of them are Catholics, 3 of them are Jews. So this is the change. The highest number of hospitals in America are run by Catholics. So this was the change that these people were able to make in 50 years. And I believe through our important work, through the goodness that this community has to offer, we can change the minds and hearts of the people. And in order for us to achieve that, each and every individual has a role to play. This work cannot be outsourced to a few imams or few community leaders or few mosques. This has to be the work of every single individual. They need to realize and understand their role. They need to understand and acknowledge their potential. And unless and until we make this collective effort, we'll not be able to have a positive impact in the society that we all live in. In this conference, you will hear, as reminded by Hazem and others, that we have very important guests. I'm extremely humbled to stand in front of my beloved teacher, Dr. Jamal Badawi, who has been, mashallah, our guide, our teacher, our scholar for so many decades. We are very grateful to Mr. Qizar Khan, who has, mashallah, represented the American Muslim community and, mashallah, has been the face of Muslims, especially in the last few months. We are extremely indebted to them for accepting the invitation and being with us this day, and we are also grateful to other speakers who will, inshallah, enlighten us with their talks. With that being said, I want to conclude with this very famous slogan of ISNA. No matter what you do, ISNA is always working for you. Please continue to support the work of ISNA. Please become a member of ISNA. Please give your important, valuable feedback and input to ISNA so that ISNA can continue to offer the important basket of services that they are offering to the American Muslim diaspora. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah, Brother Azhar, thank you. We're exactly 4 minutes and 28 seconds over time, so I'm not going to take any more time. Thank you for coming. We hope that you'll stay throughout the entire day. We're going to conclude tonight with a wonderful banquet, so I hope you've blocked off the entire day for this event, and we'll be beginning our first session immediately. Jazakumullah, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Peace and blessings be upon you all.